hello everyone, I am John Mark Rapana, and in this video, we will talk about ethical and unethical standards. So ethical and unethical standards are most commonly happened or experienced and noticed by the workers in their work environments. So to find out, I was conducted an interview of two employees from two different companies. So the first one is a former teacher from St. Aloysius Institute of Technology from Ormoc, and also he is an TESDA coordinator from TESDA Ormoc. And the second one is a female former manager from McDonald's, and she's been working at McDonald's for 3 years. So without further ado, let us all listen and learn to their thoughts and opinion about the said topic. Hello, Teacher Jian. Good day.
Mark, hello, good day.
So before we start this virtual interview, can I ask you to please kindly introduce yourself?
To formally introduce myself, of course. So I'm Teacher Jian Tan from St. Aloysius Institute of Technology, and I am a senior high school teacher at the same time, TESDA coordinator, handling various subjects, both core, applied as well as specialization subjects in senior high school department. Okay.
So thank you for introducing yourself, Teacher Jian. So as I've said to you earlier that this interview is all about ethical and unethical standards. So now I have 3 questions for you to answer, and it's regard to the said topic. And the first one is, what are those ethical standards that your company or workplace are following?
Okay, so of course, in a workplace, we have that ethical standards that I think a norm on the things that we should do in order for us to coordinate and to have a good relationship with the institution, and of course to our colleagues, to our workmates, and of course to the other things that we should respond in accordance to the ethical standards. So what are those ethical standards in our institution? Most probably we have, of course, number 1, obeying company rules. Another one is effective communication towards each other, and of course to the students, to your workmate, to the colleagues. And we also have the accountability, taking responsibility of also the things that what you should do and the things that you shouldn't do. Okay, and of course professionalism and trust and mutual respect to each one of us. Okay, so I think that's it. Some of the ethical standards that we apply in our institution.
So it was a nice thought. And let's proceed to the second question, and this is, give some ethical and unethical behaviors that you have noticed or even experienced in your workplace.
Okay, so ethical and unethical behaviors that I have experienced or noticed. Okay, so of course ethical standards, just like what I have said to you lately. I think one is obeying company rules, and of course being professional or professionalism. So those are some of the examples that I have it's not encounter, but I have done here in our institution. I think the very good thing is to obey the company rules, because alone with that ethical standard, it carries a heavy weight. Okay, including the school, the people that surrounds you, the students. Okay, so it carries a lot, and of course professionalism, because of course being a teacher is what we call a professional. So we do things in professional way, like doing our job in a professional way. And unethical behaviors that probably that I have witnessed or encountered from I haven't done anything unethical. To be honest with you, I know you're going to say that it's impossible. I think everybody as a human being does mistakes. Yes, we do mistakes, but we tend to correct it. Okay, so unethical behaviors most probably that I have encountered or I have observed from my colleagues or from my workmates. I think one thing that is under obeying company rules is being late, because I have noticed some of the teachers here in our institution, I think it is most common to be late, and I think they have also reason why they don't really come here in school at the right time. So I think most probably that is. And another one is, of course, wearing school uniform, the complete uniform, including the ID. Those are just things that is very unethical, that I have witnessed towards my colleague.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Jayan. So the last question that I am going to ask you is that in terms of those unethical behaviors you have experienced in your workplace or your workplace environment, what are some ways or solutions make in order you to solve it?
Okay, so the ways or solutions in order to solve the unethical behavior that I have experienced, I will give you 3 for that one. I know I haven't experienced much of it yet, but I'm trying to be professional, and I'm also a perfectionist, so that is why I always believe that everything happens for a reason, and some ways or solutions that we could solve the unethical behavior. Number 1 is to determine legal obligations and duties. Of course, we have the rules and regulations, so as a teacher, you know your duty and you should take responsible for it. Second one is we should establish the interested participant in order for him or her to get moved. Okay, and the last way or solution in order to solve unethical behavior is to determine the ethical values of each participant. Okay, so once you will know the ethical value of the participant doing the unethical behavior, then you ask him or her or even give advice for it so that he or she will not do it again and just trying to correct it everything. So I think that's it. So are there any questions?
Thank you, Teacher Jayan, for having this interview.
Okay, so thank you so much for this opportunity, of course, to share also the things that I am experiencing here in our institution. So I hope you were satisfied with my answers, and hoping to see you soon. Good luck and God bless you.
Good luck, Teacher Jayan, and God bless you also.
Bye, Jan.
Thank you. Hello, Ma'am Jessa. Good day po.
Hi, JM. Hi. Thank you for inviting me today for this interview.
Yes, and thank you also for letting me to interview you po. Okay, so before we start po,
Okay, so first things first, I would like to introduce myself. I am Jessa Marie Balacao, an assistant manager from McDonald's or Mock. I work there for almost 3 years now.
So, work environment. Then, now, I have here 3 questions for you to answer. So the first one is, what are those ethical standards that your company or the workplace are following?
Kami sa McDonald's, tayo sa McDonald's, we follow the international guidelines. So we at McDonald's, we place the customer experience at the core of all we do. So our goal is to provide each and every customer a high quality food, superior service in a clean and welcoming environment at a great value for each and every time. Next, we are committed to our people. We provide opportunity. We nurture talent. We provide, we develop leaders and reward achievement. Because McDonald's believe that it is an essential to the business continued success if we have well-trained individuals with diverse backgrounds and experiences working together. Okay, so also in McDonald's, we have this business model. We call this the three-legged stool. It consists of the owner operator, the supplier, and the company employees. So these three is our foundation, and the balance of interest within these groups is key. Also, we at McDonald's, we give back to our communities. We help our customers build better communities. So each year, we donate to Ronald McDonald House Charities. Next is, we at McDonald's, we grow our business profitably. So we made sure that we also sustain profitable, or we provide sustained profitable growth for our shareholders since it's a public traded company. Next is, we strive continually to improve. So it's McDonald's is a learning organization that aims to anticipate the changing customers, employees, and system needs through constant evolution and innovation.
So it was a nice thought. And let's proceed to the second question, and this is, and give some ethical and unethical behaviors that you have noticed or even experienced in your workplace.
Sa company naman, we follow the same guidelines naman. The other branch experiencing, we also experience it in our branch. For the unethical behavior, siguro we at McDonald's kasi we give importance to its brand because the McDonald's brand is an international brand. So we don't tolerate those people na ginagamit yung brand for something na ikakasira ng brand, ikakaisira ng image ng brand. So it happens one time, and so we follow the things that we must do. And sad to say, kailangan niyo mag-goodbye kasi nag-go siya against the rule. And then other unethical behavior, would you consider it if the unethical behavior was coming from the customers? Sabi nga that everyone at least once in their life daw must experience a customer service job or customer service related job, diba? So parang naman, diba? Okay lang mag-complain, basta wag rin yung nakaka-down moral sa mga tao, diba? Anyways, that's all.
Okay, that's all on Jessa. So thank you. So thank you, Mom. Thank you for that wonderful answer, Charot.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you once
Yes,
again
thank you
for
po.
inviting me. I hope you learned something. May sense ba yung mga
Of
pinagsasabi
course
ko?
naman. Thank you, Mom. Bye, Mom.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
And so that was their opinions about ethical and unethical standard they've experienced on their work environment. Also, ethical and unethical behaviors they've experienced and observed in their work environment. So, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something from their thoughts. So that's all.